Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. The Franchise Stars Baseball League playoffs for year 2 are upon us. The National League Wildcard game coming to you live from Bank of Montreal Park in Montreal, Canada. The winner here will visit the San Francisco Giants in the National League Division Series one-game playoff. The Pittsburgh Pirates and the Montreal Expos. Bill Swift and Max Scherzer will be your pitching matchup. The Expos, their second straight year in the postseason. The Pirates making their debut here in the playoffs this season. The Expos 88-74. The Pirates 85-77. Starling Marte ready to lead things off for the Pirates. Max Scherzer getting to the slab for the Expos. The Expos won the National League East a year ago. This year they're forced to play their way in the wild card. The Pirates, this is their first venture to the postseason. They missed the playoffs last year. They clinched the second wild card spot on the final day of the regular season with a big win over the Milwaukee Brewers at Forbes Field. Here's Max Scherzer. Scherzer 11-12, 3.49. Bit of a step back for Scherzer this year from a year ago. You look at the whip, 1.19, still very, very solid. Doesn't walk many. He's been bitten by the home run ball a little bit more this year. Here's Starling Marte, 268, 22 homers, 76 RBIs. Marte a little more pop than expected this year. Scherzer winds and deals, and we're underway. First pitch swing, it's knocked down by Johnson, and they're not going to get him. So it's an infield single to start things off for Starling Marte. Shot in the hole, Nick Johnson knocked it down, but couldn't make the play. And now here's the center fielder, Max Carey. First pitch fastball from Scherzer misses up high. Carey 306, 4 homers, 29 runs batted in during the regular season. Scherzer comes to the set. Takes a glance over at Marte and delivers. Change-up in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Carey, part-time duty during the regular season. Spent some time down in the minors, but played well at the end of the year. And has gotten a bit more playing time down the stretch, and now expect to see him play pretty regularly here in the playoffs. Jake Stenzel will appear out there in center field as well. Curveball from Scherzer misses inside. Gets a sign from Ramos. Scherzer glances over at Marte again. And delivers. Pulls the string on another changeup. Gets Carey out in front of it again. The count goes to 2-2. Scherzer sets. And deals. Carey, fly ball to center. Andre Dawson is there. Puts it away for out number 1. Marte goes halfway into a retreat to first. So your Pirates lineup, Marte, Carey, and Stargell, Beckley, Elliott, and Fred Clarke, Sanguillen, Bell, and Bill Mazeroski. The Pirates, 5th in the National League in average, 278 this year. Not a potent offense in terms of run production or power. But they got a couple of extra home runs from guys a little more than they expected this year. Starling Marte, who you saw, with 22. Fred Clarke hit 20 as well. But here's their big power bat, Willie Stargell, 43 home runs during the regular season. 90 runs batted in, a .305 average, a fine year for Stargell, who's in the designated hitter role today. Marte still at first. We'll see if he goes at some point. Another change-up away from Scherzer. That one misses. It's 1-1. Scherzer looks in and deals. Another changeup. Scherzer throwing a lot of early changeups here. Just underway here in Montreal. 1-2 offering. Ground ball up the middle. Vidro ranges to his right. He's not going to get there. It's in the center. Marte around second. He is going to go to third. Dawson gets it into the cutoff man, but the Pirates have runners on the corners on a single up the middle from Willie Stargell. And Max Scherzer in some first inning trouble as Jake Beckley steps in. Beckley, first pitch swing, ground ball to short. Owen has it, steps on second, throws to first, and the Pirates are turned aside. Scherzer gets the big ground ball for the double play. The Pirates will strand two. We head to the bottom of the first. Pittsburgh nothing, Montreal coming up. On the mound for the Pirates, Bill V. Swift, 8-4, 3.17 earned run average. Swift injured in the middle of the season, hence the only 17 starts, but very solid when he was in the rotation. He is going on 3 days rest today. Again, the Pirates had to use all their pitchers down the stretch because every game counted. They didn't clinch their playoff spot until the last game of the season, which was hurled by their ace, Ed Morris. Jose Vidro skies one to left. Clarke ranges towards the line, puts it away for out number one. Your Expos lineup: Vidro, Owen, and Harper. Dawson, Alou, and Staub. Zimmerman, Johnson, and Ramos. 224 homers. This Expos lineup has generated a good amount of pop. That was good for fourth in the National League. Of course, led by Harper and Dawson. But we got some pop from Rusty Staub, got some pop from Ryan Zimmerman, hit from Alfonso Soriano, who is not playing today. Even 14 from Spike Owen. 279, 14 homers, 72 RBIs. Owen, I believe, hit 6 or 7 home runs in the first season. Skies this one to right. And it goes foul. Owen, line shot, diving stop. Bell knocks it down. He's not going to have a play, though. He'll eat that one. So Bell able to knock down the shot up the middle, but he has no play. On Spike Owen, it's an infield single. One out, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Another fantastic regular season for Harper. First pitch from Swift is in there for a strike. Harper, 334, 36 homers, 119 runs batted in. Swift would love the ground ball that Scherzer got in the top half. Instead, he gets a line shot in the right. Marte gets there. It's a base hit, though. Runner will hold at second. Marte kind of floats a throw in there a little bit. But nobody advances anywhere. But it's first and second now for the Expos as Andre Dawson is going to step in. Harper turns that one around into right. So first and second, one out. Bill Swift now up against it a little bit in the early going here. Check swing there from Dawson. Fastball in for a called strike. Beautiful Bank of Montreal Park, the only fictional stadium in the Franchise Stars Baseball League. There was no Olympic Stadium. I obviously wasn't going to keep them in Washington. And somebody did a Jarry Park, but I had done some test games in Jarry Park, and the place played like a launching pad. And whoever created this stadium did a really, really nice job with it, so I decided I would let the Expos play here. Fastball misses away. It's 1-2. I don't know if this was based on a plan for a park in Montreal or if the guy just made it up from scratch. But he did a really good job. Dawson pulls this one to left. It's hooking foul. Plenty of foul ground there. It'll hit behind the grass. And the count stays 1-2. Big early pitch here from Bill Swift. Dawson gets a piece of the changeup and fouls it off. Swift gets the sign from Sanguillen. High fastball. Dawson lays off. It's 2-2. We'll see where Swift goes with this one. And it's at the knees. A changeup. Not what Dawson was looking for. He thought it was low, but that was at the knees. Great pitch from Swift. and Dawson is set aside. Swift locks him up with the changeup. Borderline pitch. And that's one that Dawson's got to take a cut at. If you're the cleanup man with 2 runners on in a playoff game, you got to get the bat off your shoulder there. So here's Moises Alou. He's going to try to come through and pick Dawson up. First pitch, fastball, misses outside. One 1-0 delivery, misses up high. It's 2-0. I don't know why the placard isn't giving me Moises Alou's stats for the season. Swift delivers, fastball at the knees. 2-1 the count. Swift takes a glance at the runners and deals. And Alou hits this one well to right. Marte is going back. He's got it. Starling Marte. A nice grab. That ball kind of carried a bit on, and Marte got after it a little bit awkwardly, but he makes the lunging grab to retire the side. We head to the top of the second. Pirates nothing, Expos nothing. Bob Elliott steps in here for the Pirates. He pops up the first pitch. Ryan Zimmerman gives chase, lays out. Good effort from Zimmerman, but not able to come up with it, and Elliott stays alive. 23 home runs on the season for Bob Elliott. Fastball there, misses down low. Here you see our umpiring crew. The best fictional umpires in the business. 1-1 count to Elliott. Goes after a changeup down low and fouls it off. So both teams get a pair of runners on in the first. Both teams leave them stranded. Fastball up high from Scherzer. Elliott fouls it off. It's 1-2. Scherzer winds and deals. Elliott loops this one towards the gap. It's going to split it. Going to the wall. Bob Elliott is around first. He will pull in the second. Andre Dawson will get the throw in to the cutoff man. But it's a leadoff double for Bob Elliott to start things off for the Bucks in the top of inning number 2. That'll bring up Fred Clarke. Clarke, first pitch swinging, fouls it off. Clarke on the year, 264, 20 home runs, 55 runs batted in. Scherzer looks in and deals. Clarke goes down and gets it. Ground ball to second. Productive out. Vidro throws him out. But Elliott moves over to third. And the first potential run of the game is 90 feet away. And here's Manny Sanguillen. Sanguillen, a couple of clutch hits, including the tie-breaking double in that season finale that helped get the Pirates here. 306, 7 homers, 50 runs batted in for the Pirates catcher. Scherzer delivers, first pitch in there for a strike. Here's the pitch from Scherzer. Popped up. Shallow right. Vidro goes out. Puts it away. Elliott can't tag. So big pitch from Scherzer there to get Sanguillen to pop up. And now it's going to be up to Jay Bell. Bell 273. 7 homers. 38 runs batted in. First pitch slider is up high. Beautiful night here in Montreal. A few clouds. But other than that, a perfect baseball fall evening. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. Ramos drops his side. Scherzer takes a glance at the runner and deals. Fastball up and in. Bell swings and fouls it off. And the count goes to 1-2. Scherzer talking to the ball, the glove, and whatever else he can. Trying to urge him to help him get through it. And he gets Bell fishing at a changeup down and away. So Scherzer battles through the leadoff double from Bob Elliott and gets out of it. We head to the bottom of the second. Pirates nothing, Expos nothing. The National League Wildcard game. So stepping in, here's Rusty Staub. Staub 278, 22 homers, 66 runs batted in. Staub will step in to face Swift. First pitch, fastball in for a called strike. Looks like Staub had his uniform number bounced too. I don't know why. Staub, if I remember right, wore 10 for the Expos, which is what I had entered him as. I don't know who else would be wearing 10 who would bump him off of that, but we'll take a look. Again, no duplicate numbers are allowed, so it does happen occasionally. Pitch down in the dirt. They say Staub went. Gets a late break out of the box. Sanguillen throws him out for the strikeout. Staub thought he held up, but the umpire made no hesitation that he had broken the plane there. So one away, here's Ryan Zimmerman, Expos third baseman. Swift deals first pitch, misses down and away. Zimmerman 273, 22 homers, 63 runs batted in. There's a good changeup in there. It's 1-1. Zimmerman didn't miss a game during the regular season. That one looped down the line, slicing away. Marte gives an ambitious chase, but comes nowhere near it. Count goes to 1-2. Swift into the windup, gets him with the changeup away. Zimmerman goes fishing for the second out. Third strikeout for Swift here, with 2 outs in the second. Not a strikeout pitcher by any means. Both teams perhaps pressing a little bit. Winner goes on, loser goes home. That'll create that situation. Here's Nick Johnson. Johnson, first pitch. That fastball got a bit more plate than I think Swift was looking for. Johnson, 285, 14 homers, 41 ribbies on the year. Sanguillen sets up inside. That's where Swift comes, and he jams him. Popped up, Elliott gets over, puts it away, and the side is retired. So we're through 2 here in Montreal. We're still scoreless. Mazeroski, Marte, and Carey due up for the Pirates as we head to the third. Here's Bill Mazeroski. Mazeroski, 297, 5 homers, 43 RBIs. Mazeroski has swung a very hot bat over the last 2 months since coming back from an injury. He missed a little bit over a month of time. It actually been a little bit more than that. Might have been closer to 6 weeks. And he was hitting about 250 when he got hurt. But since he's come back, he's swung a much better bat. Fouls off that first pitch. It's 0-1. Fly ball out shallow center. Owen going out. He'll get there. Puts it away for out number 1.
Now number 6.
So here's Starling Marte. Marte singled his first time up. Scherzer looks in and deals. Slider misses outside. It's 1-0. Scherzer into the windup and deals. Fastball inside. Marte swings and misses. The count goes to 1-1. Into the motion again, and Marte drives this one out to left center. Dawson gets a good break on it, though. He'll get there. Puts it away for out number 2. So Marte makes a bid at an extra base hit, but the Hawk flies over to grab it for the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Max Carey. Carey is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Ramos sets inside. Scherzer comes inside, and Carey yanks it foul. Scherzer winds. Fastball in there for a called strike. So he's ahead of Carey, 0-2. Scherzer looking for his first clean inning. And Carey undoes that. Lines it to left. No! Oh, what a beautiful play by Moises Alou. That's what I get for assuming that looked like it was going to get down. Don't mind the stupid show uniform glitch. Moises Alou lays out for a heck of a grab to rob Max Carey. We head to the bottom of the third. Pirates and Expos still scoreless. Here's Wilson Ramos, 287, 11 homers, 42 runs batted in. For the Expos catcher batting in the 9-hole. Change up down in the dirt. Beautiful play to end the top of the third by Moises Alou. Swift deals. Ramos flails at the changeup. It's 1-1. Fastball away. Ramos chases it, and it's 1-2. So now Swift has an advantage. We'll see if he tries to go away from him again. Sanguillen sets up inside. Swift comes inside, swing and a miss. Down goes Ramos. Strikeout number 4 for Bill Swift, which is about what he averages per night. Beautiful change up there. So again, Swift throwing on 3 days rest. The Pirates might have to cobble the back end of this game together, but they'll deal with that when they get to it. Beautiful movement there on the changeup. Ramos swings over the top. One away. The order goes to the top, and Jose Vidro. Vidro is 0 for 1. Fastball misses up high. Again, Vidro, 297 on the year. That fastball is off the outside corner. It's 2-0. Swift looks in. There's the pitch. Vidro back to the box. Swift knocks it down, stays with it, throws to first. And Vidro is set aside. Good job by Bill Swift. Waves off the trainer. The ball wasn't hit that hard. So 2 away. Here's Spike Owen. Owen singled his first time up. High fastball for ball 1. Change up, misses off the plate. It's 2-0. Swift falls behind his second straight hitter. That one in there, down in the zone for a strike. Don't look like he was taken all the way there. 2-1 the count. Swift delivers. Owen fly ball to right. Marte will get there. Puts it away, and the side is retired. So the National League Wildcard game is a third of the way through. At least a third of the way through, assuming it doesn't go extras. We'll head to the top of the fourth. Pirates and Expos still scoreless. Here's Willie Stargell. Stargell singled his first time up. And 43 homers on the year. Fastball swung on and missed. There's a high fastball. Stargell chases. It's 0-2. Pitch from Scherzer down, and Stargell swings over the top of it. Ramos picks it out of the dirt, throws down to first. Stargell is set aside, and there's one away. Second strikeout for Scherzer. That'll bring up the first baseman, Jake Beckley. Beckley grounded out his first time up. Fastball. High inside strike. There's nothing Beckley could have done with that pitch in that spot. It's 0-1. Fastball on the outside corner. So Scherzer mixing it up. Seems like he might be getting himself dialed in a little bit here. 0-2 the count. High fastball. Beckley lays off. There's the pitch. They say it went. Beckley's punched out. So back-to-back strikeouts of Stargell and Beckley, and there's two away here in the top of the fourth. Here's Bob Elliott. Elliott doubled his first time up. Led off with a double, actually, and was left stranded at third. Fly ball to left. Alou ranges over. He's under it. Puts it away, and the side is retired. So back-to-back clean innings for Scherzer. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Pirates nothing, Expos nothing. Harper, Dawson, and Alou will face Bill Swift. Here's Bryce Harper, singled his first time up. He will once again be in the most valuable player conversation here in the National League. So it is expected Willie Mays will take home that award. Mays, the batting champion and the home run leader. Harper led the league in runs batted in. Fastball misses up high. It's 1-1. Mays led the league in home runs despite missing 3 weeks with an MCL sprain. Giants felt very fortunate that knee injury to Willie Mays wasn't more significant. 2-1 the count here as Swift works to Harper. Harper fouls this one into the seats down the left-hand side. It's 2-2. There's the pitch. Change up down low. Harper gets a piece to stay alive. Change up, misses away. The count goes full. Andre Dawson waits on deck. Again, this Bill Swift, not to be confused with the Bill Swift who pitched for the Mariners and I believe pitched for the Rangers for a little bit too, but definitely the Mariners of the 80s vintage. This is Pirates Bill Smith from the 1930s. Full count here as Swift works to Harper. That one shot to the right side, picked by Mazeroski on the outfield grass. They had Harper shifted. Mazeroski puts it away nicely for the first out. So that'll bring up Andre Dawson. Dawson was a strikeout victim his first time up. 31 homers, 102 ribbies during the regular season. Him and Harper, a pretty dynamic combination. Fastball in there for a called strike. I believe the only other pair of 100 RBI teammates in the National League were Mays and Mela. One and one the count as Swift works to Dawson. Fastball on the inside corner. It's 1-2. Swift going on 3 days rest. Asked if he was going to try to be economical. He said no, he was just going to throw his game and treat it no differently. Go however long he went. Dawson grounds out to Beckley. Beckley playing well off the bag as they had Dawson shifted. Makes the pick. Swift covers, and there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. So here's Moises Alou, 0 for 1. He lined out his first time up. Alou, a terrific grab to rob Max Carey of a hit out in left earlier. There's a shot out to left here. Clarke's going back. He's got it. Shy of the track, puts it away, and the side is retired. So we've got a pitcher's duel brewing here in the NL Wildcard game. We head to the top of the 5th. Pirates and Expos are scoreless. Both teams threatened early and couldn't convert, and now it seems like both pitchers are settling in a bit. Scherzer to face Fred Clarke. First pitch slider almost catches Clarke in the foot. He's able to hop out of the way and avoid it. Perhaps he should have let it hit him. Always easy to say from up here in the booth, just let it hit you. Goes away, pulls that one. That's an outside pitch that Clarke went and pulled just outside the bag at first. One-one offering from Scherzer. Clarke pops it down the right field line. It's hooking foul. Harper may have a play on it, though. And he does. Very large foul territory here in Montreal. Harper puts it away. Clarke goes back to the dugout dejected, and there's 1 away. Here's Manny Sanguillen. Sanguillen lined out in the 2nd. Fastball in there for a called strike. Sanguillen lines one into right for a base hit. We've seen an awful lot of those kind of hits from Sanguillen. Just goes and takes one, serves it right through the gap or just over the infield the other way. So it's a 1-out base runner. Here's Jay Bell. Bell is 0 for 1. Fastball misses up high. It's 1-0. Scherzer takes a glance over at Sanguillen and delivers. Changeup misses down low. It's 2-0. Sanguillen can swipe a bag on you if you're not careful. This Pirates team runs a lot. Bell hits it well down the left field line. It's hooking and foul. So Jay Bell doesn't miss getting the Pirates on the board by much, but instead it's just a strike. Change up there. Fouled off. Two-two pitch from Scherzer. Fastball off the plate. Count goes full. Bill Mazeroski waits on deck. Full count to Jay Bell. Scherzer delivers. Bell, high fly ball on the left. Alou going back. He's at the track, and he puts it away as he hits the wall. Moises Alou, a second fine play defensively in this one. Makes the catch a step before the wall. Sanguillen retreats to first. That's a nice job by Moises Alou. That'll bring up Bill Mazeroski. We'll go check that one out again. Alou gives chase. And look where he catches this one. Just before he hits it. That's a nice play by Moises Alou. So 2 down, Sanguillen on first. Here's Mazeroski. He's 0 for 1. Fastball there is fouled off. Fastball there, Mazeroski won't chase. Scherzer was terrific in the postseason for the Expos last year. They ultimately fell in 5 games to the St. Louis Cardinals, but Scherzer locked up in a pair of duels with Bob Gibson, splitting those 2 with him. Gets Mazeroski to fly out to Dawson here, and we're midway through in Montreal. Bottom of the 5th, Staub, Zimmerman, and Johnson coming up. Pirates and Expos are scoreless. Here's Rusty Staub, struck out his first time up.
The designated hitter, Rusty Staub.
Who will be first with the big hit? Fastball misses inside. It's 1-0. Again, Swift pitching on 3 days rest. He's been economical so far. He's only had 51 pitches here as we start the 5th. Staub skies this one to left. It's carrying a bit. Clarke has it lined up though. A few steps shy of the track. Puts it away for out number 1.
The batter, the third baseman, Ryan.
So that'll bring up Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman struck out his first time up. Stands in here, waggles the bat slightly as Swift deals. First pitch taken down low. There's a changeup away. So Swift behind Zimmerman, 2-0. And there's a shot to left. Zimmerman hits this one well. Clarke gets a good break on it and tracks it down as he ranges toward the line. So good reactions from Fred Clarke out there in left. 2 men retired. Here's Nick Johnson. Johnson popped out his first time up. Fastball was in there for a called strike. Fastball from Swift misses up high. It's 1-1. Old school Pirates unis for this one. Fastball misses up high. Again, I always try to go with the old school uniforms when I can. Strikes the theme of the Franchise Stars Baseball League well. So that fastball misses up high. 3-1 the count to Nick Johnson. Wilson Ramos waits on deck. Swift fastball at the knees gets the count full. Payoff pitch. Change up just off the outside corner. So it's a 2-out walk to Nick Johnson. Good patience there from Johnson to lay off that one. And here's Ramos. Ramos struck out his first time up. Ramos not bad with the stick. Nick Johnson is a plotter at first base though. So Ramos would have to drive this one well into the gap to have any shot of getting Johnson home. Fastball, ooh, that looked low, but he got the call. Count goes to 0-2. So now Swift can kind of pick how he wants to approach Ramos here. He's got him in a defensive position at an 0-2 count. Sanguillen sets up inside. Fastball comes inside, but a bit high. It's 1-2. Swift back to the set. Deals again. Ramos fights off a changeup. That was inside. Looked like it was off the plate. But again, he's got to protect. Count stays 1-2. Fastball away, goes to 2-2. Jose Vidro, the leadoff man, waits on deck. Swift hopes he doesn't have to deal with him until the 6th. There's a pitch. Ramos pulls it foul. No action in the Pirates bullpen. Both pitchers doing a fine job here in this one-and-done wild card playoff game. Ramos fouls that one off to stay alive. Again, the winner of this game will go face the San Francisco Giants in the National League Division Series. Ramos skies it to right. Marte is there. Puts it away, and we are through 5. So we've got a dandy here in Montreal. Top of the Pirates order, Marte, Carey, and Stargell coming up to start the 6th. We're still scoreless. The other National League Division Series will be the Mets facing the Cardinals. Cardinals get home field advantage in that one. Winners of the NL Central. First pitch strike from Scherzer. Marte pops this one up. Vidro's under it. Puts it away for the first out.
Now back, the center fielder, Carey.
So that'll bring up Max Carey. Carey is 0 for 2. He is flown out and lined out. There's a shot by Carey, just foul down the right field line. That would have been at least 2, possibly 3 for the speedy Carey had it landed on the chalk. Instead, it's just a strike. Carey now thinks about bunting. Overcommits to it and misses, and it's 0-2. Slider misses down and in. Ramos wants it inside. Scherzer comes inside, but Carey lays off, and the count goes to 2-2. And a slider inside ties him up. That's a wicked pitch from Max Scherzer. 4th strikeout for Scherzer. Tons of movement on this one. We'll check out the StatCast. Again, Scherzer throwing everything but the kitchen sink. High, low, and then rides that slider in on the hands. So 2 down. Here's Stargell. Stargell's 1 for 2. Singled his first time up, struck out his last time up. Again, Stargell, 43 homers during the regular season. 1-0 pitch from Scherzer gets him fishing at a fastball away. That's an ugly hack from Stargell. Count goes to 1-1. Scherzer winds and deals nice curveball, and Stargell's well out in front. 1-2 the count. Fastball there, pulled foul. Back-to-back 8-pitch innings certainly helped set Scherzer up to go deep into this ballgame. 1-2 fastball, misses down and in. That one's down in the dirt, and the count goes full. Jake Beckley, hoping for a crack at it, waits on deck. Fastball in there for a called strike 3. That actually registered as a slider. It didn't really seem to move much. But it hits the outside corner. Stargell's locked up. Struck out for the second time. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Vidro, Owen, and Harper due up for Montreal. Here's Jose Vidro. Vidro is 0 for 2. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Vidro skies it to right. In foul ground, Marte ranges, makes the play. Good job by Starling Marte. And there's one away here in the bottom of the sixth.
Now back, number 7.
Coming up later on the channel, it'll be the American League wildcard game. The Minnesota Twins visit the Boston Red Sox. And we've got a great pitching matchup here. That one should be no different. Johan Santana and Pedro there. Spike Owen, first pitch swing, pops it up on the infield. Beckley. Swift getting a little too close for comfort there, but Beckley comes in to make the grab. And very quickly, there are 2 down here in the bottom of the sixth. Here's Bryce Harper. Harper 1 for 2. Singled back in the first. Bounce back to Swift his last time up. That one's popped up, so the Expos try to get aggressive here, and not much comes of it. Quick inning there, and Swift will appreciate that. Beckley squeezes the Harper pop-up. We head to the 7th on a beautiful night in Montreal. Pittsburgh nothing, Montreal nothing. Jake Beckley stands in to open up the 7th. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out. Max Scherzer has thrown only 68 pitches through the first 6. Fastball there, swung on and missed. And we talked about Scherzer's pair of duels with Bob Gibson in last year's postseason. He lost a 1-0 affair with Gibson in the opener of that division series, and then came back and beat Gibson 2-0 in Game 4. Beckley drives this one in the gap. Dawson gets a good jump. He'll track it down. So Beckley felt like he gave that one a pretty good ride, but Dawson gets there without much trouble for the first out. Here's Bob Elliott. Elliott 1 for 2. Doubled to lead off the second and was stranded at third. Pirates have not threatened since. Fastball at the top of the zone for strike 1. Elliott grounded through the hole. Johnson dives. Nice play, Nick Johnson. Scherzer covers, and Johnson flips to Scherzer for the out. Johnson, a good glove, not generally much range. That ball wasn't hit that hard, allowing Johnson to get to it. Generally, Johnson's a guy who can pick whatever he can get to. He just doesn't get to much. But that wasn't hit hard, and Johnson was able to smother it. 2 down, here's Fred Clarke. He has flown out and grounded out in his 2 prior at-bats. Fastball at the knees, and Scherzer's ahead of Clarke 0-2. Ramos sets up off the plate. Scherzer goes there. Clarke doesn't bite. Now Ramos sets inside. Scherzer comes inside to tie him up, and it hit him, but he swung. He's rung up on the slider, and the side is retired. 7th inning stretch time here in Montreal. Pirates nothing, Expos nothing. Scherzer and Swift locked up in a classic pitcher's duel here. The Expos only have 2 hits so far. Here's Andre Dawson. He'll look to change that. Dawson's 0 for 2. Fastball off the plate. It's 1-0. Again, the big difference for the Pirates this season from last season, their pitching has been infinitely improved from a year ago. Change up there, swung on and missed by Dawson. It's 1-1. Neither pitcher showing any sign of fatigue at all. Both have been economical. The other teams have been helping them, but they've also been getting ahead of hitters. Scherzer in particular. Swift has started to fall behind guys a little bit, but he's made every big pitch he's had to. Here he's behind Dawson, 3-1. does not want to walk the leadoff man, especially because Dawson can run. Dawson can also do that. Deep fly to left. Fred Clarke is back. He's at the wall, and it's out of here. Home run, Andre Dawson. A high arcing shot to left. And the scoreless game is broken up. Andre Dawson goes yard, and the Expos take a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Swift fell behind him 3-1. Tried to go up in the zone and ended up being belt high. And Andre Dawson drops it over the wall in left. So now here's Moises Alou. Alou 0 for 2. Swift is going to try to stop the damage there. Strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Alou has flown out and lined out. Change up, misses down and in. It's 1-1. That one's popped foul. Beckley over. Puts it away for the first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Rusty.
That'll bring up Rusty Staub. Staub is 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown out. The Grand Orange would love to try to start a bigger inning here. First pitch fastball misses up high. Swift trying to shake off the Dawson home run. It was only the 3rd hit for the Expos. And Staub hits this one well to right. Marte is going back. He'll have a play on it, shy of the track. Makes the grab for out number 2.
Now batting, the third baseman, Ryan.
So here's Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman is 0 for 2. He has struck out and flown out. And if you're new to the channel, I generally handle very, very little as far as this league other than letting it play out. As Zimmerman goes the other way, that's going to be extra bases. Zimmerman does not run great, but he'll have no problem pulling into second with a 2-out double here in the bottom of the 7th. And now here's Nick Johnson. Sorry about that. I'm sure that noise was atrocious. I apologize. I had my microphone sitting on the edge of the table. I went to get my remote and almost dropped the mic on the floor. So apologies there for an uncomfortable sound. So Swift works to Johnson. The Pirates hadn't gotten anybody loose, so it's up to Swift to kind of deal with this one. Now we are actually going to see about... Oh, they do have... They just got them warm. All right, so Ray Kremer and Dave Justy are both throwing in the bullpen. It kind of... Oh, that's right. The Pirates don't have a lefty in their bullpen. The Pirates don't have a lefty except for their closer, Felipe Vasquez. So... Nobody's close to being warmed up yet anyway. And it's not that Swift is pitching badly. If I was taking him out here, it would be more for a platoon situation than anything. 1-1 the count. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 1-2. And you see Ray Kremer and Dave Justy both throwing. Pirates all of us had to get bullpen action going quick. Swift was on cruise control. 1-2 offering here. High fastball. Johnson fouls it back. Gets him with the changeup down and in. Money pitch there from Bill Swift. He gets out of the jam. But Andre Dawson breaks the scoreless tie here in the bottom of the 7th. We head to the 8th. Expos 1, Pirates nothing in the National League Wildcard game. So stepping in to face Scherzer, Manny Sanguillen, 1 for 2. He singled in the 5th. Scherzer at 77 pitches through 7. Fastball in there for a called strike. Jeff Reardon has started to throw in the Expos bullpen. Will they try to get a more than 3-out save from Reardon if they need to? Scherzer has given them no inkling as of yet, but neither had Swift before the Dawson homer. One offering coming from Scherzer. Fastball misses up high. It's 2-1. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for the Expos. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Pirates. So far in this one, Sanguillen fouls off the fastball. It's 2-2. Scherzer delivers. High fastball, just a touch high. Sanguillen takes and the count goes full. Pitch from Scherzer. Curveball misses. It's ball 4. And the tying run is on. Now Sanguillen is not a plotter down at first. However, the Pirates have speed on the bench. So what I was going to say before is that I have not traditionally gotten too involved in substitutions and that kind of stuff with this, but I've kind of changed my thinking on that recently. Just I feel like the AI it's overcautious in some ways, and a lot of the times it does the right thing, but I feel like because in a Legends kind of setup like this, like everybody is at least solid, it just looks at their ratings and says, well, we're not going to replace this solid guy. So I feel like it needs to be a little more aggressive sometimes, particularly in the middle area like this, like the 7th and 8th. So that's why I've kind of started to jump in and get involved in the management of those situations for both teams a bit, as I would have to do in a cards and dice kind of thing. So we're going to take a look at the bench here. Again, I mean, Sanguillen is not he's gotten a few stolen bases this year, but I think he's kind of been on the back end of double steals with some of the other faster guys who the Pirates have. Because I mean, you can see his speed rating there. He's a 50 in speed and a 15 in stealing. So they have Jason Kendall, who would come in to catch. So you've got Jake Stenzel has good speed. I kind of feel like this is the moment to go and try to use the speed. You've got your leadoff man on, and you can do something with him, especially because Jay Bell was an excellent bunter. So we're going to be a little bit aggressive here, and we're going to take a lot of the times what I would usually do in a situation like that is I would wait and see if Sanguillen got into scoring position before getting him out. But in this situation, I kind of feel like he's a leadoff man on. It's lose when you go home. You're in the 8th. Got to get the wheels on bases, and it gives you some options to see what to do here with Jay Bell. So Bell is 0 for 2. Again, Bell is a terrific bunter. First pitch fastball misses up high from Scherzer. Since the Expos have Jeff Reardon warming up, I'm not going to intervene and warm anybody else up. It kind of seems like the AI is going to go Scherzer continues until they decide to take him out, and then Reardon comes in. So since the closer is already warming up, I'm going to kind of let that play out. Two 2-0 the count here as Scherzer works to Bell. And Bell yanks this one but foul. 2-1. We have had a terrific ball game here in the first half of our wild card doubleheader. Bell lines it to left. Alou lays out. He gets a glove on it but can't come up with it. Moises Alou has made 2 terrific plays in this game and almost made a third. But Bell is on safely with the single here. First and second, nobody out. Bill Mazeroski is due up at the plate. They're going to let Mazeroski stay in and try to get the bunt down. He does, but it's foul. If you're Bill Mazeroski and you are tasked with bunting here, you have to get this bunt down. Scherzer's obviously not going to give him an intentional one to handle well. Mazeroski squares and he fouls off a second one. So now Scherzer is ahead of Mazeroski 0-2, who's now going to have to swing away. And he does and he misses. Slider away, and that's a big sequence. 7 strikeout from Scherzer. Mazeroski fails to get the bunt down twice, and then flails at an outside slider. And there's one big out away here in the top of the 8th. Here's Starling Marte. Marte is 1 for 3. Slider in there for a called strike. Trying to remember who's up after Marte just to see about a pinch hit option here. Not so much from Marte, because Marte's swung a good bat. Oh, and Max Carey. Yeah, you're not pinch hitting for either of those guys. Especially because you don't have a lefty bat on the bench. It's Alley, Hoke, Kendall, and Stennett. Yeah, so you are getting near the end of Max Scherzer. Seems like he might be starting to tire a little bit. 0-1 the count to Marte. First and second, 1 out. Marte swings and misses at the fastball, and it's 0-2. Scherzer trying to battle back through the trouble. Again, Jeff Reardon is throwing in the Expos bullpen. 0-2 pitch from Scherzer. Marte fouls it off to stay alive. He'll come back 0-2 again. Marte slashes it foul. Now there's another reliever throwing out in the Expos bullpen. That's an interesting one. I kind of feel like if you take Scherzer out, you're going to your closer here. Unless it's a lefty-lefty matchup for some reason. All right, so now if they're going to entertain that idea, I've got to at least see who they're warming up. Because if they would warm up somebody, like it shouldn't be John Roush. If they would go to somebody other than Reardon, it should be a lefty warming up. So it should be either Acero or Gio Gonzalez. Gonzalez during the year, 4.22. Acero, 5.66. All right, so we're going to sit Roush down. We're going to warm up Gio Gonzalez. More with an eye on if he gets to the point where he has to face Stargell. So 0-2 the count here as Scherzer works to Marte. Fastball in there for a called strike. That's a high strike, but he gets Marte. 8th strikeout for Scherzer. So now after allowing the first 2 to reach, Scherzer has come back with back-to-back strikeouts, helped out by the 2 foul bunts from Bill Mazeroski, who couldn't get the sacrifice down. So Marte goes down, and now it's up to Max Carey. Fastball there, swung on and missed. If Carey reaches here, we'll bring Gio Gonzalez in to pitch to Stargell. Carey lines it foul into the seats, and it's 0-2. So Scherzer one strike away from battling back from a first and second nobody out jam. Crowd frenzied here in Montreal. Here's the pitch. Carey pops it up. Shallow right. Vidro goes out, puts it away, and Scherzer gets out of the jam. We head to the bottom of the 8th in Montreal. Expos 1, Pirates nothing. National League Wildcard game. Ray Kremer is going to come in for the Pirates. Kremer 3-1, a 3.38 earned run average. So Bill V. Swift puts forth a terrific start. He deserves a better fate than to potentially lose this game. Jason Kendall will come in for Manny Sanguillen behind the plate. Wilson Ramos, the Expos catcher, will step in to start the inning. We'll go check out the final line on Bill V. Swift. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts on 3 days rest. That is an exceptional job from Bill Swift. The only blemish, the Andre Dawson solo shot in the 7th. So now it's going to be up to Ray Kremer to keep this a 1-run game here in the bottom of the 8th. Fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. Good curveball there. It's 0-2. Kremer ahead of Ramos. Delivers. Fastball misses up high. Kremer breathes deeply. Kendall drops the sign. Ramos stands at the ready. Kremer delivers down in the dirt. Ramos swings and misses. Kendall smothers it. Throws down to first. And there's one away. So Kremer opens things up with a strikeout. Realizing really quickly, we're going to go into the Pirates bullpen. I know Dave Justy is warming up. Not so much for Vidro purposes, but we're going to warm up the Pirates' only lefty in the bullpen, Felipe Vasquez, just in case they get down to Bryce Harper. And then Vasquez would come in to face Harper. So Kremer here will face Vidro. Vidro is 0 for 3. Fly ball to shallow left. Fred Clarke coming on, puts it away for out number 2. So 5 pitches and 2 outs for Kremer. He's done a good job here in the 8th. Now he'll deal with Spike Owen. Owen 1 for 3, single back in the first. Fastball at the knees for strike 1. Oh, why did it override that? Damn it. I hate when it does that. I literally put Vasquez up and it sat him. To warm Dre back up. I worry that's going to do it again. And then I won't have either guy. Well, let's see. I just don't think Drayback's who you go to there. I'm going to sit. Or is it, and maybe it'll just replace him again. If it does, yeah, Vasquez is warming up. He's just the intelligent move there if you get to Harper here. If it overrides it again, then there's nothing I can really do about that. But I'm trying to manage it properly. 1-1 the count as Kremer works to Owen. Owen lashes it through the hole. It's a base hit in the left. So Spike Owen gets Bryce Harper to the plate here in the bottom of the 8th. He slashes an opposite field single. So now Harper's due up. Yeah, it replaced him again. I gotta see where it says he is. That's so annoying. He's mostly warmed up. All right, so it still has him mostly warmed up. All right, we're gonna do a mound visit. Vasquez is almost all warmed up. He's in the red, so he's all right. So we're going to bring Vasquez in to face Harper here. I feel like you got it. If he has to face Dawson and Alou, then he'll face Dawson and Alou. But Harper's the man in front of you right now.
Your attention, please.
So the Pirates go to their closer, Felipe Vasquez. 47 saves, a 3.60 earned run average. 1-3 in 55 appearances. 1.12 whip. He's going to be tasked with getting out Bryce Harper here. Fastball there, misses down and in. Be interesting to see if the Expos go with Scherzer to start the inning. If they start the inning with Scherzer, I will not override that. Slider misses inside, and then I would let Scherzer pitch unless if he allowed a base runner, I'll bring Jeff Reardon in. But if the game decides to let Scherzer start the inning, I will let it do so. There's a shot, loop down into left center. That's a base hit. Clarke gets it. Runner holds at second. So a bloop base hit for Bryce Harper. First and second, 2 outs. So the lefty-lefty matchup doesn't mean anything to Harper. Now here's Andre Dawson. Dawson's solo home run, the only run in this game. Fastball from Vasquez, misses outside. Comes to the set. Fastball saws him in half. Beckley charging, tough play. Flip, they get him. Oh, what a close play at first. Beckley flips it to Vasquez. Dawson left with kindling as Vasquez chews him up. But they get him at first. We head to the top of the ninth. Expos 1, Pirates nothing, and Max Scherzer is going to start the ninth. They're going to ride their ace here against the heart of the Pirates order, at least to start it out. Wicked slider there for strike one to Willie Stargell. Scherzer has been brilliant. Ramos sets up away. Slider down in the dirt, it's 1-1. Here's the pitch. High fastball misses. The Pirates used their best pinch runner, Jake Stenzel, earlier on, when Mazeroski couldn't get the sacrifice bunt down. And Willie Stargell, deep right field. That's way back. We're tied. We're tied in Montreal. Willie Stargell takes Max Scherzer deep to lead off the top of the ninth. And the Pirates stay alive. It's 1-1. Willie Stargell, 43 homers during the regular season, unloads on Max Scherzer to tie the game to lead off the top of the ninth. Look at this breaking ball. It stayed out in the middle of the plate, and Willie Stargell sends it into orbit. 409 feet into the seats in right. And Max Scherzer is now going to be done. You certainly could have argued that Scherzer shouldn't have started the ninth. They could have gone to Jeff Reardon there. I don't think there's any way you bring in Gio Gonzalez there, especially because Gonzalez has to face 3 hitters. So now, with the game tied, they're electing to bring in Jeff Fassero. Fassero, not a great regular season. 2-2, a 5.66 earned run average. Fassero is going to face Beckley. Sinker in there for a called strike. Willie Stargell turns this game on its ear with a home run to lead off the top of the ninth. Fork ball from Fassero misses. Reardon has sat down. That's stupid. We're going to undo that. Because you're not going to get a save situation because you're the home team. Oh, and the game is going to override that because of what it's locked into. But we're going to sit. No, we're going to sit Gregerson down. You can't be setting Jeff Reardon down to have Luke Gregerson warm up. Especially because Gregerson wasn't great during the season. I mean, Reardon is largely warmed up, so I may have to do this machination a couple of times just to make sure that Reardon warms up properly. But 1-2 the count as Fassero works to Beckley. Beckley ground ball through the hole. It's a base hit. So Beckley singles. Again, there's not much speed on the bench for the Pirates. So I think Beckley is going to stay in this game unless he gets into scoring position, and then we'll think about running for him for the Pirates. The Fassero decision here is a puzzling one for the Expos, but now that he's in, I can't really do anything about it. The Pirates have Bob Elliott bunt, and it's a beauty. That's what they needed out of Mazeroski earlier, and instead it's the slugger Bob Elliott who gets the sacrifice bunt down. So the runner moves up, and now Fred Clarke. All right, so now we're going to go and evaluate the bench situation in terms of speed for the Pirates. Beckley is a 52. You also don't really have another. I mean, you could take Stargell out, but then you lose the DH spot if you try to put Stargell in the field. I don't believe. No, Bob Elliott didn't play first. No Clarke, no Bell. So you don't really have another first baseman, but I just don't think you don't have. It's 66, 62, 61. I don't think that's an appreciable enough difference that there's reason to take Beckley out of this game. So we're going to leave Beckley in as the runner. Fred Clarke, that's my fault. Since you have the lefty in there, I do, however, think you go righty-lefty here. I know Clarke hits lefties well, but let's see. We got Gene Alley. I mean, none of these guys are huge bats either. I think even with it lefty-lefty, I think Fred Clarke is your best option. So Clarke's going to stay in despite the lefty-lefty matchup. I don't get overly obsessed about the platoon situation. They're going to let Clarke stay in and hit, especially because he's played a good left field. Pitch from Fassero. Sinker is in there at the knees. Jake Beckley, the lead run, stands on second. Another one on the inside corner from Fassero. So a pair of good pitches from Fassero, who has had a very uneven regular season. Now he's in his biggest spot of the year. 0-2 offering from Fassero to Clarke. Rides inside for a ball. And the winner of this game will face the Giants in the division series. Clarke flies it to left. Alou's under it. Puts it away for the second out. Beckley retreats to second. So with 2 down, that's going to bring up Jason Kendall. Kendall, limited action during the season, 373, no homers, 3 RBIs. He's in for Manny Sanguillen, who was run for earlier by Stenzel. It looked like it would be the last hope for the Pirates. Though Mazeroski failed to get the sacrifice bunt down, the 2 leadoff runners were stranded. But the top of the 9th, Willie Stargell turned that all around with a solo homer to lead off the inning off Max Scherzer, who was brilliant. Ground ball to second. Vidro has it. Throws to first. Kendall's retired, and we head to the bottom of the 9th. But Willie Stargell goes deep to give the Pirates hope and keep their playoff dream alive. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Tied at 1, Pirates and Expos here in Montreal. So now we'll see how the Pirates decide to cobble this together. You've got your closer, Felipe Vasquez, in. You've got Alou, Staub, and Zimmerman coming up. Vasquez, he was not great during the season. He only threw 5 pitches, though. I think you're going to leave Vasquez in through Staub, but then if there's any situation that we don't like there, if there's a runner on at that point, Vasquez will come out. But we'll let Vasquez stay in through Staub, I think. You could pinch hit for Rusty Staub, actually. But I think you might want to get Staub out of the game and make them pinch hit for, well, if you pinch hit for Rusty Staub. So, Vasquez, I'm just thinking out loud here as I'm pre-recording this game, but Vasquez pitching, so it could either be, if you take Vasquez out and put in another starter, Staub will stay in. If you leave Vasquez in there, Alfonso Soriano would probably pinch hit for Staub. But you've got your closer in the game. I'm inclined to think you stay with your closer right now. Unless he lets up a base runner. If he lets up a base runner, then you kind of change the arm. Here's Moises Alou 0 for 3. Change up, misses down low. Jam shot, popped up. Beckley makes the grab for the first out. So now, let's see. If you're the Expos, do you pinch hit for Rusty here with Alfonso Soriano? 68-78 Soriano during the year. Only hit 245. He doesn't have any patience, so he doesn't draw walks. I think you're going to let Staub hit, honestly. I think you let Staub hit here. Well, now looking at ratings and stuff like that. All right, well, this is a tough one because I love Rusty. But, yeah, we're going to bring Soriano in. I don't know if that's how they'd really play it, but that's how we're going to do. 245, 14 homers, 33 RBIs for Soriano. Vasquez is going to stay in this game unless he allows a runner. Curveball misses inside. It's 1-0. Soriano, the rookie. Facing Vasquez. 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses away. It's 2-0. Pirates thought about starting Doug Drabek in this game. They elected to start Bill Swift on 3 days rest. Drabek is probably who will come in this game if a base runner reaches. Soriano jolts it but foul. Two and two the count. Vasquez deals. Soriano pulls that one foul. That curveball is not where you want that pitch. 2-2 pitch from Vasquez. Soriano, high fly ball to the left. That's deep. Clarke's back, leaps at the wall, and he makes the catch. Fred Clarke. There was debate whether they'd hit for Clarke in the top half of the inning. They left him in, and Clarke pays dividends. He robs Soriano of a walk-off home run here in the National League Wildcard game, and we're still tied at 1. The Pirates pulling off clutch after clutch. Here's Ryan Zimmerman. Slider on the outside corner. Zimmerman 1 for 3 with a double. This place is buzzing. Fred Clarke with an outstanding grab. Oh my goodness. A 9th inning tying home run from Willie Stargell, and then a leaping grab from Fred Clarke to rob Alfonso Soriano of the walk-off homer. Now Vasquez is ahead of Zimmerman 1-2. Changeup misses off the plate. 2-2 the count. High fastball, and he struck him out. And it is starting to feel like the Pirates may just have a bit of magic in them. We head to the top of the 10th. Bell, Mazeroski, and Marte due up. Extra innings in the National League Wildcard game. We're tied at 1. Here's Jay Bell. Facero stays in for now. Actually, I got to think about that. Why would Facero stay in here? Hold on. Do the Pirates have any lefties? No, it's 3 straight righties. I know he threw a pitch, but there's no reason to keep Facero in this game at this point. That's a terrible decision. John Rauch has been warming up for seemingly an eternity. So we're going to get Rauch. We're going to Rauch come into this game, and then we're going to put Gio Gonzalez warming up so they have a lefty. John Rauch 7-4, a 3.86 earned run average, though. Very lengthy right-hander. And again, you've got a tie game. It keeps on. Maybe I'll see if it's going to let me warm up Jeff Reardon now. We're also going to sit Gregerson and warm up Gio Gonzalez. Again, you're the home team, so your closer, you're not going to get a chance at saving this game. You're basically creating that situation. I remember when, I guess it was Showalter was managing the Orioles at the time, and they got knocked out of that game with Zach Britton still sitting in the bullpen. Well, now Rauch has to face 3, though, but nothing I can do about that. Questionable managerial decisions happen in real life, so we'll deal with it, but trying to do what I can to work around it. But that was my fault, because Reardon may have actually been largely warmed up already. 0-2 curveball, misses down and in. 1-2 the count here as Roush works to Bell. The Pirates have no lefty bats left on the bench. Fastball misses high. All right, it's leaving them in right now. That's good. Gonzalez and Reardon. Breaking ball, Bell. Out into the gap. Out in left center field. That's carrying. It's a one-hopper off the wall. Jay Bell rounds first. He'll pull in the second with a leadoff double to open up the 10th. Jay Bell is in scoring position for the Bucks. The energy has been sucked out of things here in Montreal. Mazeroski, you know what? Oh, all right. I'll let it do the first pitch, but well, you also, because of Mazeroski's defense, you kind of want to leave him in, especially if you're going to get a lead here. See, it's fine. You got to kind of hope Mazeroski gets a bunt down here if that's what they decide to do, though. And they don't. They let Mazeroski swing. So instead of giving up the out on the sacrifice, they're going to take 3 cracks at getting the run in. Mazeroski fouls off the first pitch. That one is popped up. Wilson Ramos gives chase. He's not going to be able to get there, though. And it's just a foul strike. Count goes to 0-2. Roush delivers. Breaking ball down in the dirt. Blocked by Ramos. Snap throw down to second. Vidro never broke to the bag because Bell was only 1 step off. That was dangerous. That was almost thrown into center field by Ramos. Fastball locks up Mazeroski, and it's strike 3. So Mazeroski has had a couple of terrible late game at bats here. Roush fans him. Not the only thing you couldn't do there if you were Mazeroski. Here's Starling Marte. Marte is 1 for 4. Slider misses away. It's 1-0. Roush checks on Bell at second. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. Breaking ball, Marte out in the left, but Alou is there. Puts it away for the second out. And if you are an old school baseball fan, you probably would have wanted Mazeroski, even with the failed attempt earlier, to try to move the runner over there with the bunt. So now here's Max Carey. All right, so now you've got Carey, Stargell, and Beckley. You got to remember whether Carey is better against righties or lefties. You do oh my God, the game, what is it doing? It doesn't want the closer in a tie game. Oh, that's too much by the book. I hate that. But he's probably loose anyway, but I got to see if Gio Gonzalez is loose, is the thing. All right, so Carey is better against righties, so you want the lefty in. I'm going to sit Gregerson for the 5th time. Warm up Gio Gonzalez. It pulled him right away. All right, well, then we're going to try this. We're going to see if it let Reardon warm up more than that. We're going to sit Zimmerman. And we're going to go to warm up Reardon. No, god damn. Oh, that's disgusting. That's so infuriating. God, this game is so good, but it just does some stuff like that it's like, especially like if I'm making the decision, let me make the decision. But what it really should do is it should let you enter like decisions in like manager tendencies and stuff like that. That would be a huge addition. I know that's not a big arcade thing, but this game is so much more sim than arcade that like go the full throttle with it and give options like that. Well, because now you're stuck. Ugh. All right, we're gonna see if it'll. All right, it is what it is. Got to leave it for now. Hopefully, it'll let Gonzalez or Reardon warm up a little bit in case Carey gets a hit here. Roush to face Carey. Fastball off the plate. It's 1-0. Slider misses away. It's 2-0. The lead run is on second base in the form of Jay Bell. 2 outs here in the top of the 10th. Roush delivers. Slider catches the corner. It's 2-1. Carey pulls it foul towards the pen. Two and two the count. Carey is 0 for 4. He doesn't chase the slider off the plate. Willie Stargell, who tied this game with a leadoff homer in the top of the 9th, waits in the on-deck circle. 3-2 pitch, 2 outs. Roush works to Carey. Here's the pitch. Ties him up with a slider inside. So down goes Max Carey. John Roush gets the job done in the biggest spot of his life. We head to the bottom of the 10th. Pirates 1, Expos 1. So now here's Nick Johnson. Felipe Vasquez, I feel like you might be pushing this envelope here, but it's lefty left. Well, let me see. What's the... I hate when I'm slow on the take like that. I hold my microphone because of the nature of the microphone that I have, so I have to put it down and grab the remote. All right, we're going to let Vasquez deal with Johnson. Again, the Pirates don't have another lefty, but I kind of feel like Johnson should possibly be pinch hit for. I don't like doing it there, like a pitch into the at-bat. That's not ideal, but I don't think you let Johnson hit here. So your offensive options, C.J. Cron. Although if you take Johnson out, then you're just going to switch pitchers anyway. But I think if you're Montreal, you're okay with that. Jan Gomes. Mike Lansing. I mean, they're just not, it's not great bats, to be honest with you. I'm not going to use the catcher there. Cron does have the ability to end this with one swing. So does Bailey. I'm going to go Bob Bailey. Going to pinch hit Bailey here. But then I admit, I think, since Vasquez has already gone an inning and a third, I kind of feel like if you're the Pirates, you're probably changing pitchers here. He hasn't had a great season. So I think, let's see, Justy 3-11. I don't care about the record though. 4.06. Drayback 9 and 7, 3.64. I think you're going to let Doug Drayback go for a bit, because who knows how long you may need him for. I just think you're getting greedy asking Vasquez to go into his third inning of work here.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
So Drayback will come on for the Pirates
Number 15.
and try to get them through. Felipe Vasquez does his job. So now it'll be Drayback to pitch to Bob Bailey here to lead off the bottom of the 10th. Ground ball back to the box. Drayback has it. Throws to Beckley, and there's one away.
The catcher, number 40.
Here comes Wilson Ramos. No lefty bats on the Expos bench. There's a slider. They say that Ramos went. Ramos is 0 for 3 on the day. 0-1 pitch, fastball misses up high. Dave Justy has thrown, sat, and is throwing again. So we get a complete game in the bullpen. Down low, dribbled foul. 1-2 the count. Here as Drabek works to Ramos. Bottom of the 10th. The National League wildcard game is tied at 1. Curveball misses away. 2-2 pitch from Drabek. Ramos down the right field line. Slicing, just foul. 2-2. Ramos pops another one up. Towards the bullpen. Lands foul. Slider away. Ramos takes. Ramos gets on. You may well see a runner for him. Ramos, one of the slower players in the game. 3-2 pitch from Drabek. Ramos down the right field line again. He's trying to shoot one down that way. I'm Drabek. I'm coming inside on him a bit more. Take that option away. 3-2 pitch. Goes away. Ball 4. Just misses. Fastball off the outside corner. So now here's Jose Vidro. The Expos will run for Ramos. Mike Lansing, not a burner by any stretch, but Lansing will run for Ramos. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th. Jose Vidro steps in. Vidro is 0 for 4. Drabek throws over. Lansing dives back in. Drabek gets the sign and delivers. Fastball misses inside. Pitch from Drabek. Breaking ball and he hits him. Drabek hits Jose Vidro. So now it's Spike Owen. Owen is 2 for 4. First and second. 1 out. The winning run is on second base. Spike Owen, fly ball to right. On comes Marte. He makes the catch. Throw to first. He thought about trying to double him up, but the runner gets back. But now, Drabek has to deal with Bryce Harper. And this is where only having the one lefty in the bullpen really impacts things for the Pirates. Fastball at the knees. It's strike 1. Change up down low is fouled off. He pitched the last game of the regular season, but I guess if I wanted to kind of cheat it a little bit, I probably could have warmed Ed Morris up just for this one at bat, since it would finish an inning. Ground ball up the middle. Nice play. Mazeroski flips to Bell, and we're going to the 11th. So Mazeroski left in for his defense. He's had 2 terrible at-bats late, but it makes a nice play ranging up the middle to rob Bryce Harper. We head to the top of the 11th. The National League wildcard game stays tied at 1. Yan Gomes comes in behind the plate. C.J. Cron will come in to play first base for Nick Johnson. Here's Willie Stargell. And there is just no way that John Roush is being left in here. Gregerson, Zimmerman. Honestly, I don't care if they're warmed up or not. I still think you're you've got to get John Roush out of this game, I think.
Number 8.
So you can go lefty, Gonzalez against them, or go to your closer. More because of Stargell. Stargell is so much worse against lefties. Yeah, Gio Gonzalez is totally warmed up. So, Gio Gonzalez is going in this game.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
13 and 14, a 4.22 earned run average. Gio Gonzalez is now going to be tasked with facing Willie Stargell. Well, once again, going to try to warm up Jeff Reardon. Oh, Reardon's totally loose. All right, so if this goes beyond 3 batters, Reardon's coming into this game. But you got 2 lefties up, so it makes sense to go Gonzalez. Especially, like I said, mostly because Stargell is so much worse against lefties than righties. Beckley doesn't really care either way. First pitch strike from Gonzalez. Stargell 2 for 4, hit the game-tying home run in the top of the 9th. Off Max Scherzer, but Gio Gonzalez is ahead of him 0-2 here. Pitch from Gonzalez. Stargell off the end of the bat, doesn't have much on it. Spike Owen tracks it down for the first out. So here's Jake Beckley. Beckley 1 for 4. He's singled in the 9th. Fastball misses up high. Well, I said when these playoffs started, I could only hope that they could measure up to what the playoffs were like in year 1 of the FSBL. We were off to a great start here. Jake Beckley lines this one into the gap in left center. He's around first. Jake Beckley with a 1-out double here in the top of the 11th off Gio Gonzalez. And now, Bob Elliott is due up. Dangerous move here. But I kind of feel like... Well, then you have Fred Clarke, but I don't think Fred Clarke is going to intimidate you at all. I think we're going to intentionally walk Elliott, which again is absolutely dangerous. Get first and second. That would be the 3rd man faced by Gonzalez, and bring Jeff Reardon into this game with the force out intact. It keeps on wanting to put Gregerson and Zimmerman in there, but it said Reardon was already warmed up, so that's fine. So that's cosmetic. All right. So, team select, we go to the Expos. We're going to intentionally walk the power-hitting Bob Elliott. Set up the double play situation. If you're the Pirates, well, now Clarke will stay in because you're bringing in a righty anyway. I have to sit somebody first. I have to sit Gregerson. Yeah, Reardon's fine.
Your attention, please.
So Jeff Reardon, the closer, 41 saves, a 3.54 earned run average, a very solid 1.12 whip for the Terminator, Jeff Reardon. Yan Gomes goes out to talk to him. So first and second, the lead run is on second. 1 out, top of the 11th. Jeff Reardon comes in to face Fred Clarke. Clarke is 0 for 4, but Clarke with a game-saving play in the bottom of the 9th to rob Alfonso Soriano of what would have been a walk-off home run. Now Clarke will try to do it at the plate as well. It is a frenzied atmosphere here in Montreal. 1-1 the count. Reardon with the curveball. It's in there. It's 1-2. There's the pitch. Fastball off the plate. 2-2 the count. Jason Kendall waits on deck. And the slider misses, so the count goes full. Walk here would load the bases. Reardon misses inside for ball 4. So Jeff Reardon comes in, walks the first man to face him, and now the bases are loaded for Jason Kendall. Kendall is 0 for 1. He came in for Sanguillen, who was pinch run 4 earlier. Now, Kendall has a chance to be the hero. First pitch, curveball in there for strike 1. Pitch from Reardon, fastball in there, and it's 0-2. So now he's got some room to work. Jay Bell waits on deck. The Pirates don't have a lefty bat left on the bench. Slider there low and away. That was a dangerous spot. That almost got past Yan Gomes. 1-2 offering. Shot at second. Everyone's going to get back. Lined, but right at Jose Vidro for the second out. This is what playoff baseball is all about, baby. Here's Jay Bell. Bell 2 for 4, a single and a double in this one. Jeff Reardon, the Expos closer, trying to keep this a 1-1 game. Curveball is in for a called strike. Here's the pitch. Oh, that's called a ball. That's a good pitch from Jeff Reardon. Big difference between 1-1 and 0-2. Fastball, that one was a little low. That one's 2-1. So Reardon trying to get himself composed here. A hit from Bell would be massive. Slider just misses. It's 3-1. Nowhere to put Bell. Reardon sets and delivers. Fastball right down the heart of the plate. And Bell looked like he was taking all the way. He couldn't have asked for a better pitch than that. 2 outs, full count, bases loaded, top of the 11th of a 1-1 game. Reardon delivers. Fly ball, shallow left. Owen goes out, he's under it, puts it away, and the side is retired. Reardon gets it done. We head to the bottom of the 11th in Montreal. That might have been the chance for the Pirates. Dawson, Alou, and Soriano coming up. They will face Draybeck, who will stay in here. Dawson 1 for 4. His home run, the only run for the Expos. Just want to make sure the Pirates have somebody. It's still Dave Justy. Dave Justy's been throwing for 8 innings. But that's actually not who I'm looking for. I want to see. Kent Jacoby had a horrible season, but he only pitched in like 12 innings. But Roy Face was really good. If I remember right, 2.68. We're going to get Roy Face throwing also. Dave Justy just didn't have a great season. 4.06. I remember Lee Meadows was good too. Meadows was better than Justy also. We're going to sit Justy down and warm Meadows up. Again, Jacoby's going to become a very good reliever for this team, but he has not evolved to that point as of yet. So 0-1 the count here to Dawson. See if those relievers end up becoming a point in this game. Draybeck ahead of Dawson, 0-2. Got him with the slider. Dawson tries to hold up. They rung him up anyway. So Draybeck fans Dawson to open the bottom of the 11th. Yep, that's a called strike. They didn't say that Dawson went. They rung him up on the pitch itself at the knees. Here's Moises Alou. Alou is 0 for 4. Slider misses down low. It's 1-0. Bill V. Swift for the Pirates. Max Scherzer for the Expos. Locked up in a fantastic pitcher's duel. Now it's the bullpens and much of the benches getting involved in this one. Draybeck behind Alou, 2-0. The Pirates have already used their closer, Felipe Vasquez. The Expos have their closer, Jeff Reardon, in the game now. Alou, fly ball to right, Marte towards the line. He'll get there. Puts it away for the second out.
Now back, the designated hitter, Alfonso.
So that'll bring up Alfonso Soriano. Soriano came in to pinch hit for Rusty Staub against Felipe Vasquez in the bottom of the 9th and sent one that had the distance to clear the wall, but Fred Clarke robbed Soriano of a walk-off home run. Soriano will try to put one a little further this time. 1-1 the count. Draybeck deals fastball off the outside corner. That looked good as well. Reardon got squeezed there as well in the top half. 2-1 pitch, changeup fouled off. 2-2 the count. Draybeck delivers. Soriano fouls off the fastball. Kendall offers the sign. Draybeck delivers, and he locks him up with a slider. Down goes Soriano. Doug Draybeck doing an outstanding job in relief. We head to the top of the 12th in Montreal, the National League Wildcard game. We're not done yet. We're tied at 1. So here's Mazeroski. Mazeroski is 0 for 4. Slider in there for a called strike, high in the zone. Baited pinch hitting for Mazeroski, but I still think his defense means enough when you don't have a great... If you had a great pinch hitter on the bench, you pinch hit for him. But there's nobody of that level on the bench, including the fact there's no lefty bat left on the Pirates bench. 0-2 as Reardon works to Mazeroski. He fouls it off. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Mazeroski pops it up. Shallow left. Owen goes out onto the outfield grass. Puts it away for the first out. So here's Starling Marte. 1 for 5. He singled in the first. Hasn't done anything since. Ground ball to third. Nice backhanded play by Zimmerman. Throws to first, and there's 2 away. So here's Max Carey. Carey is 0 for 5. Struck out his last time up to end the 10th. Willie Stargell waits on deck. Fastball in there for a called strike. There's the pitch. High fastball misses. 1-1 the count. Goes high. Oh, Carey thinks about trying to bunt his way on. But it's a strike, and it's 1-2. Comes inside. Curveball out of the zone. Carey chases, but gets a piece. Pirates left the bases loaded. They hope they will not live to regret that. Carey swings and misses at a slider that doesn't really slide, but Reardon gets him anyway. So Reardon does his job out of the pen. We head to the bottom of the 12th. Zimmerman, Crom, and Gomes coming up for the Expos. Drabek throwing well. He's going to stay in. Here's Ryan Zimmerman. Zimmerman 1 for 4. He doubled in the 7th. Drabek will stay in unless a runner probably reaches scoring position the way he's throwing. He's throwing well. Fastball in there for a called strike. Pitch here from Drabek. Misses up high. It's 1-1. Up and in. It's 2-1. I know card and dice people like deal with this stuff all the time. But it is weird when you're managing like for both teams when you get into a kind of game like this. Zimmerman grounder to third. Elliott has it. Throw over to first, and there's one away.
Now batting, number 26.
So Zimmerman's retired. Here's C.J. Cron. Cron acquired mid-season in a trade with the Colorado Rockies. 271, 4 homers, 10 RBIs. Expos wanted to have a right-handed first baseman option on their postseason roster. So Adam LaRoche wasn't kept around in favor of Cron. He's now behind Drabek 0-2. Fastball rides in. 1-2 the count. Cron ground ball to second. Mazeroski has it. Throws him out for out number 2.
Now batting, number 14.
So in steps Yan Gomes. Gomes 278, 7 homers, 20 runs batted in. He's in for Wilson Ramos, who was pinch run for earlier. Gomes fastball fouls it off. Pitch from Drabek. Ground ball up the middle. Mazeroski lays out, can't get it. It's a base hit in the center. So Yan Gomes is on with a 2-out single. He'll have to stay on. The Expos don't have another catcher on the roster. And the Expos have actually utilized their entire bench. So here's Jose Vidro to face Drabek. Drabek's thrown well enough. We're going to let him keep going. Runner in scoring position will take him out. So if Vidro gets a hit or walks here, then we'll opt for a reliever. But Drabek has done a fine job since coming in. 0-1 the count to Vidro. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 12th. Slash down to third. Elliott dives, knocks it down. Throw over to first. Vidro beats it out. It's an infield single for Jose Vidro. And it's first and second with 2 outs. Elliott, a nice play to knock that one down. That ball gets into the corner. We might have an end of the ball game here. So switch hitting Spike Owen. Again, the side doesn't matter because the Pirates don't have any lefties. Man, it is obsessed with pitching Dave Justy. In some spot, it sat Roy Face. To go with Dave Justy. I'm actually gonna do this. We're gonna go bullpen. We're gonna sit Justy again. We're gonna warm up Ed Morris. See if we can get him warm enough to face Harper if he has to. I know he just started, but playoffs, they asked him to face one batter. So we're going to leave Drabek in to face Owen here. Not like Drabek got hit hard. That was an infield single. And then if Owen singles, I mean, if he, obviously he can walk it off. But do not worry about Harper. I think Drabek has pitched well. We're gonna let to leave Drabek in for now. Try to get Morris warm, and if Owen walks, or if he walks or gets an infield single or something, Ed Morris will come in to pitch to Bryce Harper. Fastball to Owen, misses up high. It's 1-0. Spike Owen is 2 for 5. Owen could win it here with a single. Although Yan Gomes does not run well on second base. Again, the Expos bench is clear, and they didn't have another backup catcher anyway. Gomes is the backup. He's in for Wilson Ramos. Drabek behind, Owen 2-0. That one's pulled, but foul. Two-one offering from Drabek. Slider misses down low. Bryce Harper waits on deck. Three and one the count as Drabek works to Spike Owen. There's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. It's a base hit. It's through. Runner comes home. Throw from Carey is offline. The Expos win it. The Expos win it. A walk-off base hit up the middle for Spike Owen, and the Montreal Expos advance to face the San Francisco Giants in the division series, ending an absolutely terrific battle from the Pirates. The Pirates were not expected to make the playoffs. They came through after choking late. They had the wild card, the second wild card locked up. They got swept by the Dodgers to lose the wild card spot. But then they rallied late to come back and overtake the Dodgers when the Dodgers choked it in the last week. The Pirates, a couple of impressive comeback wins when they had to. They win the last game of the season to get themselves into the wild card game. They were down 1-0 in the ninth. Willie Stargell homered to tie it. But Spike Owen, a seeing eye single up the middle, wins it in walk-off fashion for the Expos and ends the Pirates season. Winning pitcher Jeff Reardon, an inning and 2/3 of scoreless relief. Doug Drabek, a tough luck loser there. Drabek was solid in his bullpen stint. Again, the hope was to get Drabek through Owen there. And they were going to ask Ed Morris, who started the last game of the season 2 days ago, to come in and get Bryce Harper if it got to that point, but it never did. Max Scherzer and Bill V. Swift locked up in a terrific pitcher's duel. Swift, 7 innings of 1-run ball, walked 1, allowed 4 hits. He struck out 5. The only blemish, Andre Dawson's home run for the Expos in the 7th. For the Expos, Max Scherzer goes 8 innings, 1 run, 1 walk, 6 hits, 8 strikeouts. His only blemish, Willie Stargell's home run to lead off the top of the ninth. Bullpen action. 4 scoreless innings of relief. Facero, Roush, Gonzalez, and Reardon get it done for the Expos. Pirates got good relief work as well from Kremer, Vasquez, and Drabek. Drabek deserves a better fate than to take the loss there. He did fine work as well. But the Expos advance to take on the Giants. The Pirates' season is done in dramatic fashion here in Montreal. So I greatly appreciate you all joining here. That was a great kickoff to start the Franchise Stars Baseball League's second postseason. Up next, the American League Wildcard game, Twins and Red Sox, Johan Santana and Pedro Martinez. I greatly appreciate you all joining me here. Hope to see you at that one. Subscribe if you haven't. Click that like button if you haven't. Most of all, be good to each other, and we'll talk soon. The Expos, in 12 innings, defeat the Pirates in the National League Wildcard game.